How's it going, guys? King of the fourth quarter here, and I'm back with another video, and this is another challenge one. So this comes to us from Jordan Baker. He commented on the last challenge video, and he basically told us to do this. Create a roster of players that were in movies. Really great idea, Jordan, man. You are the MVP of the day. This is definitely a video that I'm going to enjoy making. I wouldn't have thought of this in a million years. That's why I love when you guys suggest stuff, because sometimes you guys could get more creative than I am, and that's just so great. So we're going to look at the roster in a second, but let me do a disclaimer here. I did not add every player that were in movies, basically. So guys like Dirk, Jason Kidd, Gary Payton, guys are pretty much all the guys that were in that Like Mike movie are not going to be on this roster. So the way I did it, I tried to create a roster with players that weren't being themselves. So they weren't just making a cameo. They were actually acting in the film as someone else. So they weren't like Dirk. And like Mike, he was still Dirk. You know what I mean? So I created a roster with guys being somebody else, and I think the roster is really good. So let's take a look at it. So first on the list, of course, is the GOAT, Michael Jordan. Now I know you're saying Michael Jordan was still Michael Jordan in Space Jam, but think about it. That was some really solid acting. Probably the best basketball movie of all time right here. Of course, the best basketball movie of all time, it starred in with the best NBA player of all time. So I think this is the 96 Jordan that I pulled off the team. 99 overall, of course, man, the GOAT. So the next guy on the team is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I didn't even know he was in a movie until after I read Jordan Baker's comment, and I do my research, man. I was trying to do some research, and I found out that Kareem was in a movie named Airplane that I've actually seen when I was younger, but I don't remember Kareem being in it. I know he was like the co-pilot in it. I gotta go back and watch that movie so I can see what Kareem was in it, or why he was in it, or if he was funny. I know that movie's kind of a comedy, so I know he probably was funny, man. The guy's 7'2", and he was in a cockpit, you know, flying a plane. So I know that just had to be hilarious. So Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the second guy on our team. Next guy is Shaquille O'Neal. We all know Shaquille O'Neal has done a lot of different projects after retiring. Probably his most notable ones are Shazam and Blue Chip, two okay movies. I mean, they're not the best movies, but if you like Shaq, you'll like the movies. So I'm going to be telling you guys about the movies because I've pretty much seen all the movies that these players are in, except a couple, and I'll tell you if you should watch them or not. Shaq, Kazam, Blue Chip, and he was also in a scary movie, one of those scary movies, Scary Movie 3 or 4. Him and Dr. Phil were trapped in a room in the Saw scene. Pretty funny skits. Shaq has always been hilarious, even when he was a player. So if you like Shaq, you're gonna like Blue Chip and Kazam. Here we go. Next play on the list is KD's Thunderstruck. That was one of the movies I didn't see. It was in theaters not too long ago, but one of my friends went and he just told me it was terrible. So I didn't want to waste my money. I know I could probably go rent it now for like $2, but I still just don't really want to see that movie. So KD's on the list. So the next guy is Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain was in a movie named Conan the Destroyer, I'm pretty sure. It's actually pretty cool, man. He was like geared up in some like throwback armor, and he's already 7'1", so it was really solid. He actually was in a couple other movies that I haven't seen, but I have seen Conan the Destroyer. And yeah, next guy on the list is Patrick Ewing. Now, through my research, I could not find the name of the movie that he was in, but I remember watching it when I was younger. He was the Angel of Death in some movie. It was not the best movie, so that's why I don't remember it, but he was the Angel of Death in some movie. And yeah, he's on this list as well. So the next guy is Julius Erving. He was in a movie named The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh. He was actually one of the main characters. Something about a detective. This is one that I didn't see either, but it's something about a detective. He's one of the detectives trying to solve some crime. So I still got to watch that movie. The next one is Dennis Rodman. He was in an action film named Double Team. Actually saw that one. It's not the best movie. It was funny. It's supposed to be like real action. Lot of explosions, a lot of fake fight scenes. But if you like stuff like that, go watch Double Team. And here we go. Ray Allen and He Got Game. Probably, after Space Jam, the best basketball movie of all time. I'm not going to tell you what it's about. Go watch that movie if you haven't. He Got Game, Jesus, Shuttleworth, Ray Allen. And Rick Fox, he's been in so many movies since his retirement. He was actually also in He Got Game. But he's been in so many things, man. I don't even want to list all the things he's been in. But Rick Fox has actually been a pretty solid actor after his NBA career. And the last guy on the list is John Sally. He was actually in Bad Boys 2. I remember watching that movie. I'm not sure if I was if it was in theaters. I think I was really young back then. But I saw him in the movie. I was like, wait, I know that guy from some team. And it was John Sally. So here we go. Look at the rotation here. We got Julius Erving running our point guard position because if you take a look, we really don't have a point guard. So Julius Erving's going to be the 1, MJ at the 2, KD at the 3. You guys can see how the rotation goes, man. We got so many great players. Rick Fox and John Sally, they're there. they could just be on our bench acting it up. So, and then these last two guys, of course, are just roster fillers. And I took off injuries, I took off fatigue, and we're going to go into it, man. First month of the season, let's get it. So one thing that a lot of you guys probably don't know about me is that I actually really enjoy movies. Like, basketball is what we do on this channel, but one thing I do in my spare time is watch movies, and I do things that normal people don't do. I try to find out the smallest little details about movies, stuff that nobody else would care about, I care about. And so this video is a nice combination of those two things, and I was just so excited when I saw this. I wouldn't have thought of it in a million years, bro. So shout out to the boy Jordan Baker. So let's take a look at this game. We scored 159 points. KD with 35. Wow, I was expecting MJ to be the top scorer in that game, but KD with 35. Let's take a look at these stats, man. Oh, KD, Jordan, and Julius Erving all averaging over 20 points a game. Kareem not too far behind, so everybody's doing their thing, man. Of course, we're not expecting Dennis Rodman to score more than like 3 points a game, honestly. But he's doing his thing on the glass. He's not getting many minutes, so 2 points and 4 rebounds is okay. He's a Shuttleworth, averaging 3 points a game, probably just knocking down 1-3, getting out the game. And that's what he does, right? Ray Allen knocked down those threes. It's not like the prime Ray Allen that was just extremely well, he wasn't extremely athletic, but had some athleticism. This is the Ray Allen that was with the Heat when they won a championship, that stepped back in the corner. This is that Ray Allen. So we're doing pretty well, man. 16-0 after the first month. We're going to go to the beginning of the second month, and we'll see if we can keep this something an old record going. So right now I'm recording this video. It is Thursday evening, and March Madness has officially started. So I'm not a big college basketball fan. I've said that in plenty of videos. I don't watch it during the regular season. I'm one of those people that actually admit it. I know some friends that don't really watch it, but they claim that they do once this time comes around, so people think they know what they're talking about with their bracket. I don't know anything about college basketball, really. I start caring about basketball once it gets to the pro level, but just something about March, something about these games are just so great. Just the fact that these guys know that if they lose, they go home, and the seniors, they got so much to play for, man. We just beat the Hawks by 70 points, by the way. Look at that box score. Yeah, the seniors in these games have so much to play for. Then you have young guys that are trying to play into the NBA, basically. This is their time to shine. So I've actually been watching the games. I just watched Duke beat UNCW. It's a pretty solid game, more competitive than I thought it was going to be, and that's one of the reasons I love this time of the year as well. So take a look at points per game here. Michael Jordan leading the team at 24.2. KD not too far behind Julius Erving there, so you guys can read it all up. Ray Allen's points per game has jumped from 3 points to 5 points, so he's doing a little more out there. So another reason why I love him, well, one thing people are probably going to ask me in the comment section, who do I have to win, or how's my bracket looking? I don't do brackets just because, like I said, I don't know much about teams, but I mean, I don't have any idea who's going to win. I'm watching strictly from a fan's point of view, and I think that's a nice way to watch it. We just called an L to the Golden State Warriors. We'll take a look at that. But I think that's the best way to watch it, because when you have a bracket, man, you're rooting for the team to win that you have on your bracket, but when you watch something like neutrally, it's so much better to me. Like, I hate watching Bulls games. I mean, I love watching Bulls games, but I hate watching Bulls games, because if something happens against the Bulls that I don't like, just because it's the Bulls, I'm not going to like it. So let's say somebody like LeBron hits a game winner on my Bulls like he did in the playoffs last year. Was that last year? I'm pretty sure it was last year. In my head, I'm like, damn, man, he just beat my Bulls. But in my heart, I'm saying that. But in my head, I'm like, dang, LeBron just kind of turned up on my team. Like, it's kind of hard to explain, but once I'm watching neutrally, it's so much better. So look at this game, man. We lost by 1 point on their side of the ball. Klay Thompson and Steph, of course, they're two higher scoring players. Of course, that's just the way they go, right? And then on our side of the ball, MJ didn't shoot great. 7 for 19 is not great. But we lost our first game of the season, but we're still sitting at 52-1. 52-1 is amazing. We're going to take a look at the All-Star participants. I'm hoping that we definitely had to have MJ, Shaq, and KD. And Will Chamberlain. So 4 out of our starting 5 have made it to the All-Star game. Julius Erving is sitting at home, kind of salty right now because he didn't make it. And I was hoping to see MJ or Dr. J in that dunk contest, but I guess Rondé Hollis Jefferson is better than both of them at dunking. I don't know. 3-point shootout, we have nothing. Now that I think about it, take a look at this roster. We don't have much 3-point shooting. KD and Ray Allen. They're the only two. Let's take a look at these stats, man. Let's take a look at our team stats and see if what I'm saying is true. So made 3-pointers a game. We are almost dead last in the league. Almost dead last and made, and attempted we are dead last. But percentage we're first. So our guys know if you can't make it, don't take it. That's the discipline of these older players. Point differential is ridiculous. 34.6. Leading the league in pretty much everything, it seems like. Points per game, opposing points per game, differential, field goals made, field goals attempted, shot. Like, yeah, we're pretty much leading the league in almost everything, man. Rebounding, I expect. Oh, we're tied with the Spurs in rebounding because we have some really solid rebounders. Kareem, Shaq, Will Chamberlain, Patrick Ewing. So we definitely, and Dennis Rodman, of course. We have some great rebounders on this team. I've definitely expected us to be number one. So let's go. Let's keep going, man. Let's keep going right now. We're at the All-Star break. We're just going to go right to the end of the season, get into the playoffs because that's when things go down. So we lost one game so far, and that was against the Golden State Warriors. I don't see any other team actually competing with us in a 7-game series besides the Warriors. So that'll be something to look forward to. Hopefully both of us can make it to the championship because that'll be one crazy 7-game series. Right now we're sitting at 18 straight victories. 20 straight victories. I want to end the season on a 30-game win streak. I'm pretty sure we can do that. I'm positive that there's definitely a possibility that we could get that done. 27 right now. 28, 29. Come on, 30. There we go. So yes, we got to 30 wins in a row. What a crazy season. I'm going to stop it right here. I want to see if there's any games where we just 163 points this game. Jordan scored 50. Jordan scored 50, Shaq scored 30. Is there any games like that? 159 points this game. Let's see who did their thing. Jordan again. KD and Julius Erving. All three of these guys pretty much scored 30. And that may be like the two highest scoring games of the season for us. Yep, cars are driving past in the outside right now. I'm pretty sure you probably heard that. So here we go. We're just going to end the season. Hopefully we can end it on the win streak. Oh, as soon as I say that, we lose to the almighty Cavs. So maybe that's another team that can give us some run for our money in the playoffs. But MVP goes to the GOAT, Michael Jordan. That makes sense, right? 24 points per game, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, shooting 50% from the field. Wow. So Rookie of the Year goes to D'Angelo Russell. Will Chamberlain wins 6th Man of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year goes to DeAndre Jordan. CJ wins Most Improved, as he always does. And, of course, Frank Vogel, our coach, wins the Coach of the Year. So let's take a look. Of course, he won MVP. So Michael Jordan's going to be on All-NBA First Team. Nobody on All-NBA Second Team. All-NBA Third Team? No. Whoa. That's kind of weird, right? That we don't have anybody but Jordan in the All-NBA teams with this stacked roster. So defensively, we have one guy, Jordan. And that's it, man. I expected so many more people to win awards. But here we go into the playoffs. First game is against the Atlanta Hawks. Let's see who they have. They have the exact same roster that they do in real life. They picked up Quincy Pondexter. But other than that, it's the same exact roster. So I'm expecting a sweep. So let's make it happen, boys. Let's make it happen. Game 1. Yes. Game 2. Yes. Let's keep going, man. Let's keep the sweep alive. Game 4. And it is done. So let's see if Jordan turned up in the playoffs. And he did exactly that. Damian Lillard's averaging 42 points through the playoffs. That is crazy. But Jordan is right there. 28.3 points per game for MJ. Next round is going to go against the Chicago Bulls. So the Chicago Bulls in my leagues are notorious for making a bunch of trades. So let's see if they did exactly that. They picked up Ricky Rubio. That's definitely a big trade. And that's pretty much it. So they traded Joakim Noah for Ricky Rubio. That's crazy. Now they have 2 guards. I wonder who's starting. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Rose, right? I mean, he is a former MVP, but let me make sure. So how can I take a look at that? Here we go. Season, we're going to go all the way down. Oh, here we go. Career stats. We're going to go all the way down to see if we see games started. He started 4 games this year. So Rose is definitely the starting point guard. But I'm expecting a sweep in this one too, man. No team can match up with us. And that's exactly what we do. Next round, we're going against the Cleveland Cavaliers, a team that handed us an L late in the season. So hopefully we can come out here and get a victory. They picked up DeAndre Jordan, something that happens a lot in here. But who did they trade? They still have Kevin Love. Usually they trade Kevin Love. We're going to have to take a look and see who they traded. So let's go. Here we go. Trades. We're looking for the Cavs. They traded Tristan Thompson and Channing Frye. That was a losing trade for the Clippers. Wow. the Cavs just got a lot better with that trade. So here we go. Simulating the games. They win game 1. That's not a good way to start it. Kyrie Irving, wow, was their leading scorer. LeBron James is on triple-double alert, but was 1 assist away. No turnovers. On our side of the ball, Julius Erving did his thing, and Jordan did his thing, but nobody else really did. Go one more game. We win game 2. Take a look at that box score. We came out guns blazing. 46, 10, and 4 for the GOAT. Shaquille O'Neal almost had his triple-double. Let's go another game. Another game. And another game. And we do end up winning that series. They scared us a little bit in that first game, but that was all they can get from us. This is all they can get for us because our team just turned up so much. So the last games or the last series of the season, the NBA Finals is going to go against the Thunder. So in order to get KD on my team, I traded Paul George to the Thunder. So let's see what Paul George did. He averaged 24 points a game. So Paul George doing his thing in that role. But other than that, they have the same exact team. Of course, they picked up Nazi again this year. So let's get into it. Game 1, we win. We're going for the sweep. We're going for the sweep. Simcast it, boys, so we can see it happen. We probably won't jump in, but you guys can see how it breaks down. Go a little fast. Get to halftime because that's when things get interesting. So it's a close one. Definitely a close one right here. Oh, they just took the lead going into the 4th quarter. It's going back and forth, and we're pulling away just a little bit. And we are the champions. Yes. Indiana Pacers have won the NBA championship. So if you did enjoy the video, as always, you guys do great. You guys do amazing at this. Be sure to leave it a like. Suggest something. Oh, I forgot. Both Ray Allens were in this game. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave it a like. Suggest something if you have anything on your mind out of the blue. The Pacers win their very first championship. It's king of the 4th quarter. Thanks so much for watching.